Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Lately, there's been a lot of information put out there in the Sebastian Rogers case by the biological father, Seth. Now, Katie and Chris Proudfoot have done many interviews, including on Nancy Grace, being grilled as if they were on trial for something. Now, law enforcement has put out a statement saying that the Proudfoots have cooperated fully since the very beginning and have done everything that they've asked them to do, and there is no evidence of foul play on the part of the parents. But that isn't enough for most of the people in the public. Now, it could turn out that they're involved sometime down the road. I mean, it's a possibility, right? That's why they don't absolutely clear anybody, but they went about as far as you can go to clearing somebody without clearing them. Now, some people are out there claiming that they're just doing that to trick the family and, you know, all of that kind of stuff, but that doesn't usually happen. All right, they don't usually do that. I think they're trying to actually help them because of the onslaught of hate put out there. Now, I think the information put out by Seth Rogers, while interesting to everybody out there, is literally nobody's business at all for him to be giving out assault information regarding Sebastian Rogers, his son. Because if he's found alive, that will follow him forever. That wasn't information that people knew. And because Seth Rogers is out there telling people this information, Katie Proudfoot had to put out a statement countering what he said. And then a lot of you will say, she didn't have to do that. She just, you know, but the thing is wouldn't you? If somebody's putting out information that you believe is false, wouldn't you say something about it? Because Seth Rogers actually said that Katie allowed it to happen. Couldn't it have just been something that happened and they weren't aware of it, and then when they were made aware of it, they took action? I mean, to say that somebody allowed the sexual assault to happen is crazy. But also what I thought was weird was when after Seth Rogers said that this assault took place, he didn't feel like it was his place to take a child from a mother. But wouldn't the assault trump that feeling? I mean, wouldn't you do everything in your power to take a child away from a parent that you believe allowed an assault to happen? Okay, that part didn't make sense to me. So here is Katie Proudfoot's response. That child was not 13, and we did not allow my son to be abused. See, that's what I'm saying. He said they allowed her son to be abused. So it sounds like there was probably abuse that happened, but they weren't aware of it, nor did they allow it. They just found out about it. We contacted all authorities. My son received all the available help he could get. Multiple therapists involved. His doctor did know because he went to the doctor and got checked immediately. Seth was involved in his therapy as well. There's so many lies in this story, including him failing to mention where Seth got banned from the base for violent tendencies, where at the time my son was seeing a psychiatrist and psychologist to help him with his trauma from Seth's abuse and the trauma from being assaulted by this child. Let me be clear. I think it is sickening that this man is airing my son's trauma online. My son deserves better than that. When we find him, and I believe in my heart we will, the truth will come out. He is doing his best to slander us as parents, but my son is loved and cared for and always will be. Public opinion based on lies, assumptions, half-truths is rampant because of things like this, which has nothing to do with finding Sebastian. I will not stoop so low as to partake in a back-and-forth argument with him. God knows the truth, and the truth always comes out. Please stop the madness and focus on finding Sebastian, because that is the most important thing. And man, I just totally agree with that entire document. Now, whether or not it's true about the base allegations, I don't know. But there is a document out there that was filed in 2016 that is referring to Seth. It says, since returning from deployment in December, I have witnessed a multitude of events from Seth. I have seen him hit Sebastian in the head, neck, and back. I have witnessed him, when taking his anger out on Sebastian, grab him with both hands, lift his entire body up, and slam him down, then proceed to beat him. He has, on many cases, whipped him with a belt, not paying attention to where he was hitting because he was so angry. Now, this document goes on to list various other anger elements and so forth, but this is an actual document. I have ordered some of the other ones just to get a clear picture of what is going on here. But as you can see, there are two sides to every story. Now, if you're somebody out there that absolutely believes that Katie and Chris Proudfoot are absolutely involved in the disappearance, you'll believe that Katie invented this in 2016. Just knowing that in the future she's going to need to have to pull it back out to refute something else that Seth said. I mean, I just think it's crazy, everybody. Everybody should be taking a step back and looking at trying to find Sebastian Rogers. All of this other stuff is interesting, etc., and there might be some elements to all of this that might point to a direction of like what happened, why he may have ran off. And like I said, it's still possible that one of these three parents has something to do with his disappearance. We don't know. But what we do know is that they absolutely have stated that they can't find any evidence of foul play on the Proudfoot's part. But when there's a lack of information, oftentimes a boogeyman appears, and it appears in this case that Katie and Chris Proudfoot have been deemed by the public to be just that. Okay, so when I get these documents at some point in the future, I'll take a look at them, and if I think there's any information in them that appears to be newsworthy or helps sort of go in a direction of figuring out what may have happened to Sebastian Rogers, then I will share it with you guys. Okay? So that's it for this video. It's a short one. I might be back on Court TV a little bit later today discussing these types of elements. And I want to thank all the people out there that send me documents and share them with me. I'm not always aware of any significance of them until I look at other things and start piecing something together. All right, so thank you guys very much for watching the video. Again, if you could hit that like button, let me know in the comments what you think. And who knows what's been going on between Rogers and the Proudfoots. We have no idea. Okay, all we hear is two people, they go back and forth, it seems like. Well, the truth is the Proudfoots have been nothing but positive towards Seth until just recently when he made these allegations. He's been attacking them, quietly this entire time, with various statements, a little jab here, a little jab there, which is understandable when you have a missing child, and the last person to see the missing child is the mother. But at the same time, he is aware that law enforcement hasn't been able to find anything that ties the Proudfoots to the disappearance, so should be a little bit more discerning with the words that he's using. I think that he's done a really big disservice by putting out this abuse allegations that happened years ago that has absolutely nothing to do with finding Sebastian Rogers. And if Sebastian is found alive, then Seth just gave out information that likely Sebastian wouldn't want out in the public for all people to know. All right? I agree that I think it's absolutely ridiculous that he put that out there. All right. So thanks again, everybody. And hit that like button, leave a comment in the comment section, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.